This is a video to supplement some other vids done by other people about how to replace the servo motor and the circuit board in the Octane Ellipticals. I have my personal Q47ce here, and I was receiving an error, a brake error, when trying to change the level and was not getting resistance. Would set level higher, it would show a brake error. And also when I hit arm blaster, same error. So I called Octane. They were excellent in providing me the service manual, which suggested that it is the servo motor. In calling Octane, again, after looking over the service manual, I was told that probably the arm blaster's error was because of the circuit board, and so I did order for a total of $174 delivered here in September 2020, a servo motor and a circuit board. So here are a few tips on how I installed and calibrated the servo motor and the install of the circuit board. So you can see the end result is that now when I raise the level, so here's the servo motor down here, blue thing, and you can see now that I've installed it. You see how it begins to rotate properly, and yeah, so you can see it rotating now as I turn up the level towards 20, which it was not doing before I replaced it, and then we have the circuit board up here. So on the servo motor, there are a lot of videos about installing these things, so I won't explain it. I just wanted to explain the tip that I received from Octane on the phone, their tech support line, about how to set this cable properly after installing the motor. So with the cable, with the new motor installed on the frame there, but the cable here, there's a tab into which the cable wraps around here, and the end of the cable is a cylindrical metal piece that fits into that tab. But with that not yet installed, the cable not yet installed, I plugged in the power and I set the level to 20. This thing rotates it rotates around here, actually goes counterclockwise and stops here with the tab here, slot here, I guess you'd say, and I then was able to take the cable and wrap it around clockwise, a quarter turn, drop the metal tab into its groove, into its place and the slot, and then simply plugged in the power, and it rewound the cable to this setting with this tab at 5 o'clock, and all was good. So that was it. That was a simple trick taught me by Octane to allow me to get the cable in to the slot and then to have it set properly. And then here, this, of course, this is the proper setting of this piece within the bracket and the alignment of this and so on. So there are other videos that explain the rest of this process. I just wanted to go on in detail about the calibration, if you call it. Now, for the circuit board, this was done, replaced. The servo motor was 26 or 27 bucks from Octane. The circuit board was 121, I think. 121, 125, something like that. Total 174 delivered. But this is the new circuit board. Now, before I installed, I took a photo of the circuit board, and I labeled, I took a photo of the circuit board, but then I decided that it would be better if I numbered and labeled the 8 cables, the 8, 8 cables or 8 plugins. And so I went from left to right, and so I've got ground is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So all I'm suggesting is you set up a scheme like that to make sure, and then I also, as you can see on the circuit board, the new circuit board actually wrote 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. In my case, I went from left to right, up to down, and it made it very simple. The only other little piece or challenge is once I had unplugged these from the old circuit board, and then I had to use a needle nose pliers in 4 points to pinch and pull, pinch and pull, pinch and pull till they came out, popped in the new circuit board, and then plugged in accordingly. That's it. That's all I have. Both the levels now work properly with the servo motor, and the arm blaster, I have yet to try that, assuming that was the right diagnosis by Octane. This should work. And then I'm just going to put all the pieces back on, and hopefully good to go. I will say that I did, when I took off the shroud, and I had to take off all of the, you see the left side, you see this piece here, and all of this. I did find 2 different lengths of screws, and so as I took off this outer casing, I did things like wrote short screws. This is a piece that goes back here, and I found 2 lengths of screws, and so I actually wrote short on there. I wrote short here, the word short, you can see. Actually, this piece gets all 4 short screws. The other screws, as I recall, are all longer, and so that way it was sure not to try to force short screws into long holes and vice versa. That was it. That's my only tip. I hope this was somewhat helpful in filling in the pieces on other Harry homeowner do-it-yourself repairs that for the Octane Elliptical, at least this series, the Q47ce. Hope it's helpful. Thanks. Bye.